Today's show is sponsored by Pepsi. Not really, actually. Truth be told, I'm a Coke guy, but the idea here is that if you don't mind carrying a Pepsi or a Coke or a Mountain Dew or any other can for that matter around the woods for light, you won't mind carrying this flashlight around. Problem is that the Pepsi can is not very bright because there's no LEDs on the end. On the other hand, this flashlight is insanely brighter, 6,510 lumens brighter. This is, of course, the Handheld Sun, the Thrunite TN36. Just a quick size reference for you to start out with here compared to this Pepsi can, well-known size. It's amazing how compact this light is. Looking at the end where you're going to hold it, it's actually smaller than the Pepsi can. The head of the light is about the same width as the Pepsi can. And height-wise, it is just a hint taller than the Pepsi can, but pretty close to the same size of the Pepsi can, just to give you an idea of how small and compact this light is. I used to think that there were small lights like this TN30. I thought was pretty darn compact for 3,336 lumens. And then the TN36 Mini came out. There's also a TN30 Mini. But the TN36 Mini puts out an insane 6,510 lumens thanks to these brand new Cree MKR LEDs. They each, according to Cree's website, will put out 1,769 lumens, which if you multiply that by 3 does not come out to 6,510. So I think they pushed these a little bit harder to get that full brightness. Price on this light, it's not a cheap light, $200, $199.95. I will put some links down on Amazon. Some other options with this light is powered by 4 18650 batteries. And if you don't have any, there's a nice little package deal where you can get the light, the 4 18650 rechargeable batteries, which I'll show you in a little bit, and this charger. This is much nicer than the charger that I was using. This charger will do several different types of batteries. You can see all listed there. It'll do, this is not a rechargeable CR123, but small rechargeable, and then, on down to the 18650s. If you don't have a charger and some batteries, not a bad deal to look at that package deal if you need all that together. But here's the light. Let me just get out of the way how it comes. Standard Thrunite packaging. Of note, this light comes in both a cool white and a neutral white. The neutral white is going to appear a little bit less bright to the eye. Cool white, which I believe is 4,500 degrees Kelvin compared to the 6,500 Kelvin of the neutral white. I prefer the neutral white just for a little bit better color rendering. On the inside of the box, just the foam. It also comes with a lanyard, an extra button cap, and there's an extra O-ring in there. There is the little instruction pamphlet. It has lots of good information on how to use the thing if you don't pay attention here. And then there is the belt clip if you're going to carry this by chance through the day. Might be worth using this. The light goes in here, nice and secure, and then folds down with the Velcro there. The Velcro actually wraps all the way around both sides. On the back here, there is either feed your belt through, or this comes unvelcroed and you can feed it through there. And then up here, there's a clip if you want to clip this onto a pack or something. Let's move on to the light itself here. Go over the construction of it first. The back, it's a flat back. There is a spot for a lanyard here, on down to the body, the TN36 and the serial number, Thrunite over here, some knurling here. In your hand, you can see it's nice and compact, just bigger, barely bigger than that Pepsi can. Down on the front here, there's a bit of a heat sink, the button here to turn it on and off. And then up here, the tempered glass with anti-reflective coating, and then you can see the 3 sets of the LEDs there. Light them up for you, kind of like a little Christmas tree. But each of those is one LED, those Cree MKR LEDs. And this light also has their intelligent temperature control, where if the light starts to get overheated, it will back it down a little bit so that the light doesn't overheat. The inside of the light, open it up and show you. Here's the battery container. These are the batteries that you can get as part of that package deal. Thrunite batteries, they power up. You put them in the battery holder here, and then this has the reverse polarity protection, so you can put this in either way, no problem. This is pretty much just a empty empty hole, empty container there. There's nothing in the bottom of this other than just holding that in there. Here's the head here, and we'll put it back together. Let's get into the user interface. Moonlight mode. Long press this, it'll come on at that 1.6 lumens, and it will do that for a super long 33 days. From off, if you just quick press it, it will come on. It has mode memory, so whatever you turn it off on, it will come onto that. I have it coming onto the low here, 116 lumens for 54 hours, and then you just long press to get up to the next brightness. The middle brightness, 785 lumens for 587 minutes. From there, if you pause there and you long press, it seems to ramp back down to the low and then medium up to the high. 2,280 lumens for 194 minutes. And then if you double press from there, it goes into that insane bright turbo 6,510 lumens. So bright it blocks out the whole screen. You can barely see my hand. Oh, that's hot. It will do that for 119 minutes. You can use this as a little space heater if you want for 2 hours. And then from here, double press, and it goes into the strobe. 6,510 lumen strobe for 137 minutes. It also has a little function here. If this is blue, that means the batteries are doing well, if they're charged well enough. If this turns red, that means the batteries are starting to go out on you, starting to die, and you're going to want to recharge them. That's useful if you're going out somewhere, because for the most part, there's no great way to know how charged your batteries are. And if you're going to go out on some hike or something, you're going to take this with you. You don't want this to suddenly die when you're out there. So it's handy to know, okay, this is good. I can take it out and go out with me. The other thing with this light is the way these are set up. There's this textured reflector in there. This beam is big and floody. It is going to flood out to the side. It's not a big thrower. That's 6,500 lumens. It'll be interesting to see if they can make a 6,500 lumen thrower. That thing will be insane. Looking forward to that maybe coming out. But that's how the beam pattern is going to be on this thing. Let me take it outside and give you a little bit better look at it. Here we go out here with the TN36. Here it is just on moonlight mode. It's a bit windy out here. There it is on low, up to medium. It's going to go back down to low, medium, high, and then here's the turbo. So you can see it just lights up a very wide area. In comparison, just to show you, this beam is very wide. Here is the TN30. You can see has a much more focused beam. TN30 versus the TN36, much more wider area, much more focused beam. So there you have it, the Thrunite TN36. Yeah, it's kind of expensive at $200, but if you are in need of a compact handheld sun, check this one out. Another great offering from Thrunite.